What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Big Bro Loves This Reacts. I'm Tamaj and this is Traeh.
Hey.
And today we are on Young Justice Phantom Season 4, Episode 13. Kaerb Yemi Traeh. Break My Heart.
Kaerb Yemi Traeh.
It translates to Break My Heart. We already know Zatanna is planning on sacrificing himself so that Dr. Fate can defeat the child and Flaw. That's going to be heartbreaking. But I want to feel like they're going to throw a curveball because they want you to think that they led you to believe that Zatanna is going to die. So what if they kill Zatanna? Nah, I ain't going to say that. But it would be crazy if they kill Zatanna or somebody else. But I feel like in this episode, my predictions are Zatanna's going to die. Khalid's going to become the new Dr. Fate. Zatanna, she's probably going to take a break for a bit. Mary, I feel like the thing is going to get so bad that Mary is going to have to Shazam. And she's going to have to turn into her other form that she doesn't want to. And as for 13, I don't see anything major happening for her. But I could always be surprised. But
which one's 13?
13, the one I didn't mention. The one who had the insecurities and was seeing the puppets. In her, she's seen the puppets.
They both look the same.
Not really, but
well, I can't remember them, so it's like
you'll know when you see her
image. So they both look the same.
But last episode we got the whole league involved because they were attacking so many places at once. So like literally the fate of the world is at stake. So it's gonna be a good mid-season finale. So I'm excited to see what they do for sure. It's going on break till spring, so I'm gonna miss it for a little bit, but I wish it wasn't taking a break because we waited so long for this show, but it is what it is. Let's get into this. It's going to be a good one. Last episode, I think, is Zatanna's arc, so full and early reactions are available on Patreon.
We had dispersed Child's pillar of fire and quieted her volcano. But the earth had been shattered by the witch girl's chaos. And so
Daniel?
there is work to do.
How did he find him, though? That's kind of
What
shocking.
began with the stranger calling upon
Not
the
the smile.
savage would now come to a head with the savage summoning the stranger.
That's crazy. They literally, Sydney is sinking. Like, she's doing so much damage. Sydney was the place they were at. It's sinking in lava. That's why low-key I'm wondering if like somehow they're gonna have to reverse time or something. Because like there's so much damage done. The earth ain't gonna be no good. All the damage they did. I don't know, we'll see. We know time travel is possible because the Legion's done it. Oh yeah, I forgot Clarion popped up.
They're looking for you everywhere.
Well, he can time travel.
Clarion? Well, duh.
Oh, these poor kids.
Thank God we're off that bus.
You better get away from him.
Nothing getting back on the bus.
He was in the Justice Society.
The Justice League. Hey!
No, he meant what he said. There was a Justice Society.
Now you two can team up.
Out of the question. The witch boy cannot be trusted.
I don't give a damn. The world's about to be
Right
destroyed.
now, you need each other.
Look, I don't like it any better than you now, booby. But Traeh has the backing of the Chaos Lords, so we don't got a lot of choice here.
Nabu, you know it's true.
Call the motherfucking Lords of Order.
We must.
I'm getting
Great!
pissed.
Everyone on the bus! First stop, wherever they keep my new cat.
Right on the magic school bus. See, he's confused about Dr. Fate joining the Justice League. Oh! Who the fuck are them?
I scratched my eye for 1 second and
It was a-
characters are on this game.
And there was a blue beetle symbol.
Yeah.
The fuck? And you just watching.
Going away anytime soon.
Garfield,
Hey, Perdita.
happy to see me.
Surprised.
I brought you vegan Thai Chinese fusion. Your favorite.
So, you've really been bouncing around time and space for 10 years?
Feels more like a couple of hours, but I guess so.
But 10 years, why are he thinking about the Justice
When
Society?
this is over, we will get you back to your proper time. I promise. After Clarion did this to these kids, are we seriously gonna trust him not to stab us in the back?
I can hear you.
Not even a little bit. But right now, we have no choice.
I can still hear you.
Which doesn't mean we shouldn't be ready for whatever he might do.
You're inside me. I can hear everything.
Good.
Where are we?
Oh, sorry.
Salem.
He's getting a cat. We're making a pet
The
stuff.
stranger summoned the Lords of Order and the Lords of Chaos to hear the savage's plea.
Yes, please.
Hear
Somebody
me,
needs to talk to
lords.
these
You
motherfuckers.
govern the balance in all things, from the largest galaxy to the tiniest quark. But upon the planet Earth, I have partnered with your Lord of Chaos and begotten your Lord of Order.
If there is tragedy, Savage, you are to blame.
Are we speaking to him?
Dark side has evolved Earth into a significant front in the war between order and chaos. Your child has upset Earth's delicate sensibilities. This Savage has no one to blame but himself.
They're blaming Savage for this?
What was the point of coming to an animal shelter if he was gonna pick a stray off the street?
It looks like
Baby.
Tico. As
Remind
a
me
baby,
to tell you
though.
how I found Leroy.
You know what Megan's having that?
means his name.
No, because he tickles all the way from
She means his name.
I guess you could name her after your old cat.
Please. You have no imagination. New cat, new name. Something totally original. I got it. I'll call her Tico.
Are you?
I'm tired. Look. Now it looks exactly like Tico.
His familiar has shared the bond of naming. The animal has truly become his anchor.
Kenny. Lovely to meet you, Tico. We're gonna have such fun.
He's slow.
Come,
What in the world?
You
It's
and the
too
kids stay
too
with the
fast.
best. We'll be back to send you home.
He's a
It's
child.
only the world survives it all.
Did you say we'll be back?
Poor little girl has to be.
She better go in them damn bushes.
It's raining.
Oh, give a damn. Ooh, not the cloaking spell.
Stop.
You're a tool of order, unworthy of chaos.
Don't look that. Yeah. If she don't see that medicine on his dresser.
Just go on.
I've missed you, Garfield. We haven't been in the same room since you returned from Mars.
She
I
gotta
know
see
it
it.
must be very hard losing Connor. I have some experience with losing family members, and I want to help you through this. If you let me.
Please. You need some help. Everybody needs somebody.
Too perfect.
It's
We'll
been
use
how many
their own
months?
power to destroy them.
Like 7?
No, not that long. It's only been like 1 or 2.
Yeah, with me laughing my ass off.
Not you laughing your ass on. You mean it's off. Laughing my ass
That's
off.
it, Murray. Take it in. Slow and steady.
Well, that's not right.
Now call it while she's distracted.
Ooh! Come on, Callie.
If I were truly organic, and if I were in this fight alone, but I have friends.
He said muscle, bone, tissue.
Not them coming to help, but the Lords of Order ain't doing shit.
Oh, I said out of order.
Peekaboo.
I'm tired of them. I'm tired. Them Lords of Orders. Oh, shit. Trying to shield. Oh my god. She got a power boost.
We're done.
Lords of Order, can y'all please do something with y'all pathetic
The
existence?
Savage never learned to surrender.
This is so
You
annoying.
reference my alliance with Darkseid, but you ignore how that alliance is fated to end, with a final conflict between Apocalypse and Earth, wherein if Earth falls, the anti-life equation reigns supreme. Chaos will virtually cease to exist, rendering order moot. For what is order without chaos? It is as light without shadow. If Darkseid's will comes to pass, the balance will be forever lost. In the name of the holy balance, I charge you to honor your true purpose. What say you all?
The Lords of Order agree to your proposal.
Thank fucking God.
Chaos also agrees. The child will no longer have our support, but we shall not withdraw her. Let
Man,
the
shit.
scales balance themselves.
Well, at least she ain't gonna get her power boost.
Yeah.
So she'll be leveled.
I still have more than enough power stored up to eliminate the likes of all of you.
Not fire rain?
Burn, 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 burn. Take care of the mortals, Flaw.
I need to maintain the shield. No worries.
That ain't enough, Mary. Shazam up, please. Y'all need to go for that anchor. Damn her.
I'm okay. Long as Kitty's safe.
The kitty is not safe.
Who pissed in your damn Cheerios, little girl? You're gonna steal it. From everybody.
No!
She's doing that again.
You're draining the life force from us. From everything.
Shazam for all that.
What kind of girl?
She's about to screw everything up.
Like her.
You have to stop her.
Because it's not even working.
Now they're even more tired.
Oh, it's working? No, he backed up.
She needed knocked out anyways, cause she.
Yeah, but she was the only thing holding Flaw back.
Walked off this set of space track?
I needed a break.
She really wants Shazam to save the world. That's crazy.
No, I worry about
Damn
you.
your past.
So I get an alert every time they go into
About the future
action,
now.
and I see they are in action now. Are you on a break from them too?
I am actually. So, you know, you don't have to worry anymore.
And what about us? Are we on a break? A break you neglected to tell me about? I came 9,000 kilometers to see you.
I didn't ask you to.
Why not?
Bruh.
I've been calling and texting. All
He
you
was
had to
depressed.
do was pick up your phone and...
Ooh.
What are these?
Nothing. It's something to help me sleep.
Something to help you check out, you mean? The show? The Outsiders? You're pushing everyone away. Garfield, you're pushing me away. If you won't let me help you, and if you won't help yourself, I won't stand by and watch you self-destruct.
Noted. There's the door, Your Majesty.
His grief really got to him. Can't blame him either, but it's just like,
You have to go that far.
no.
Let's finish
It's just
this.
grief does stuff to people. These are two most
Do
powerful.
your worst.
Zatanna.
You're pretty powerful, aren't you? With only the tiniest of flaws. Be a real bummer if that one tiny little crack were to spread. Real
She-
bad luck.
She got bad luck powers. She was the key the whole time. Oh my God, 13, where have you been all our lives?
No, wait. I can fix it. Dang it.
Thank God. Are you kidding me? That was that easy?
Wow.
Nah, they need to knock the chaos spot lords out of her.
Rubbish. You know I meant rubbish.
Fate, you was useless in all this, low key.
Too much. Just
Fix yourself up, Clarion. You're a mess.
I kind of like it. I feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Well, it's been fun. Not. You're welcome, and I'm out of here.
Y'all gotta fix the fucking world. You can't just burn.
Great job, Tristan.
Your students surprised me this day, each demonstrating great potential.
I thought so too. Mary, you did great. But there's something we need to discuss.
Yeah, you stealing life force and power.
You cannot be serious! We all fought side by side. Why are they getting rewarded and I'm not?
It's not a reward. It's more like a curse. And in any case, you're just not ready. You're too much like him. He needs hosts who can balance out his less humane impulses.
I'm not humane!
I didn't mean that. But the fact is, you are attracted to power, and you're not careful about where that power comes from, or whom it hurts when you take it or use it.
I did what needed to be done, and all without saying, you know what? The cost was worth the result.
That's how he thinks, Mary. He doesn't need another him. The world doesn't need another him.
Of whom do you speak?
You motherfucker.
What?
I propose that Naboo alternate host bodies between my father, Khalid, Tracy, and myself. Each wears the helmet for a week before handing it off to the next in line, keeping Fate's host fresh and healthy at all times.
Interesting.
And with the added benefit that 3 weeks out of 4, the host gets a life.
Not this one. She is powerful.
No, perhaps if I work with her more.
Wait, you're agreeing to this?
The notion has logic and potential, and we have learned to trust your mentor's judgment.
Mary, please try to understand.
Send me home! Fawcett City, now!
I mean, you were wrong, Mary, for what you did.
So, it's all settled
And she
then?
worded it very nicely because she said could have said it
But
so
one
much more.
other must yet be convinced.
Oh, her dad. This was a good deal.
Absolutely not. I put on the helmet to save you from this curse. Do you
It's just a
honestly
week.
believe I'd let you take it on now? Absurd!
You put on the helmet to save 14-year-old me. But I'm 24 now, Dad. And you are missing my entire life. Not to mention your own.
This time, y'all can spend time
You've
together.
sacrificed enough. I can take this on 1 week in 4.
I never could say no to my girl.
Okay, good.
Excuse
This
us a
is the
minute.
ending that she
I'm
deserved.
sorry. I
Seriously,
didn't
it's
even
the
have
best.
a chance to ask if you...
I
You
think
know,
you know I'm
the
on
worst
board.
situation.
My Uncle Kent was always my hero. It would be an honor to don the helmet of fate. But I have real questions. You let Mary do what she did, only to penalize her for it after? And Tracy? As I understand it, when you put on the helmet, you effectively become its prisoner, surrendering your body, your agency, your life to Naboo. For you and me, this sacrifice is necessary in the name of family. But will Tracy's sacrifice balance against her altruistic desire to help? I need to know, was this your plan all along? Did you take on proteges with the express purpose of using us to liberate your father?
Damn. No, it was.
I want to be clear. You do not have to do this. But you're 18. You can make your own decisions.
I'm in.
Good.
And thus, balance is restored. Why do you tell us what we already know? I tell you what you need to know. Save your musings. We have no intention of thanking Vandal Savage.
Damn right we fucking don't.
The inciting incident was no act of chaos or even of order.
Come on now. Don't let a little constructive
Zatanna?
criticism get you down. You're all doing great. In fact,
It was the mere
you're the
contemplation
best students.
of an act of love.
She.
What's the cause of all of
I made
this?
my father disappear 10 years ago. My greatest act of prestidigitation was bringing him back.
You bitches
I
trying to make
think
Zatanna the
lying.
villain
I know you've
of the
all
story?
been through a lot. Remember, there is no shame in admitting you need help.
Let us be done with this.
Wait, I want to know what they went through. Vous sombrez in rouge.
Yeah, those children are going to need therapy for the rest of their lives.
We did it! We sent us home!
Those parents probably.
not gonna go to the bathroom?
Help me!
Connor?
Um,
He's alive! I knew it!
Yeah.
I think I saw Connor's spirit. His ghost. And he wasn't at rest.
What does that mean?
His help.
Fuck does that mean?
Well, I've been counseling a lot of them, on and off, for the last 10 years. When they first told me their story, I could hardly believe it. But somehow they had my private number. But we're here to talk about your 10 years, Giovanni, not mine.
Oh, there isn't much to say. My faith in God and my love for my daughter got me through the
long night?
The long night.
He gonna have some issues too.
Yeah, definitely.
This episode.
I understand your
Not the post-credit
grief.
scene?
These so-called heroes, your so-called friends,
Granny goodness.
are jealous of your strength and grace. Twice they've denied you power. These petty fools who wish to keep you down, to force you to be unimpressive, only that they might seem more impressive in the absence of your true glory. You must see there is no longer any need to obey their rules.
I hope she don't turn into
Minimize
you.
That's where this is going.
Keep you small. Say it, child. Say the word.
No.
You know you want to.
Wow, how is Gretchen in her head though, like that? This episode, I did not expect it to go anything
Granny
like
Goodness?
this. All my predictions was wrong.
From Teen Titans?
No, Granny from last season, the lady. See, should probably a thumbnail of her somewhere in one of these episodes. Her, the one in the middle.
Oh,
Gretchen Goodness, who was pretending to be
Gretchen.
Gretchen Goodness. She's Darkseid's minion. She controls the female Furies, but she was also on Earth posing as Granny Goodness, and she was posing as Beast Boy's boss. And Halo helped defeat her. Wow. So this episode, that ending gave a lot to decipher. So they trying to say that this is all Zatanna's doing. This whole thing didn't start because of Savage and his war with Apocalypse. Despite that's what maybe the Chaos Gods and the Lord's Gods, they all think that. This had to do with Zatanna in her love/deception she had. She upset the balance of order because...
Did she do it intentionally?
No, she doesn't know she did it. She did it out of love, they said. But what she did do intentionally, which started all this, was she took these proteges on, because Callie called her out, with the intention of all 4 of them swapping within 4 weeks. Everybody taking a week to swap out so she can have her dad back. Everything has been just about having her dad back. Of course, I'm sure she grew to care for them, but she had an ulterior motive. She wanted them to grow strong. She wanted them to grow powerful so that they could take up the mantle of
And
fate.
benefit her.
Exactly, because she would get her dad back. She'd been
That
trying
makes
to free.
sense.
She knew she couldn't force Fate into doing it. She knew she couldn't talk her dad out of the deal. So she said, well, what I can do the next best thing. I can prove myself to Fate, which this whole situation, it was all about her proving herself to Fate and her skills in mentoring and everything, and that she can be trustworthy. And she was going to use her proteges when now the opportunity came to swap out. And knowing that they believe in her and they trust in her and that this is supposed to be some higher, power, that, this is their promotion, that this is their next stage because they've done good in the mission. They think it's a reward, but it's really not. Khaled, who's okay with it, who wanted this, he's like, I don't know that Tracy actually would have wanted that, nor Mary, but she shunned Mary out because she's afraid Mary's too obsessive with power, which she's not wrong, but now she isolated Mary, and now that made Mary feel some type of way to where now she's open to deception, and somehow Granny Goodness is watching and seeing this and in her head, and this is mind fucking blowing right now. Zatanna looked into seeing where Clarion took all these people, and she's seen Connor's spirit, so I guess technically he did die, even though I thought the Legion took him, so he died, but his spirit isn't at rest. I don't even know
feeling
what that
like
means.
He's probably. Can you even be in pain as a spirit?
I don't know. I don't even know what that means. And what do you do? How do you even get back there? Whose arc is gonna deal with that?
Body.
I just don't know. Whose arc is even gonna deal with that? Because
she needs to call a team meeting or something.
Well, I'm sure she will. She's gonna bring it up, but I'm just trying to figure out who's about to solve this problem because the only arcs we got left is supposedly, if we were going in by like 4 or 5 episodes, we would have Rocket, Calder, and Nightwing.
We would get back to it with Calder.
I mean, he's the only one with somewhat mystic powers, but he just never dealt with space stuff. And as Aquaman and a high member of the Justice League, I just feel like he'd have a lot to do. Mm-hmm. But I don't know how they even deal with that arc. McGann's on her way back. Guard just turned down help. I'm still worried about him. Perdita's hopefully he'll say something. Like, they need to involve somebody.
See everybody's reaction to that. Because, wow.
And it's just the thing, everybody's everywhere. Like, the damn world was on fucking fire. So they have to repair the world on top because there was fire everywhere. Superman wants to do a Justice League Reserves because they realized they didn't have enough help when the crisis came. Savage up and left. He did come back himself to try and, fix everything, but he was prepared to leave. And the Justice League couldn't do much. Tracy, thankfully, she was the key. She realized the flaw and saved the day. Dr. Fate was fucking useless the whole time. He was getting his ass beat. But, if it wasn't for Tracy, they would have died. They would have died. I mean, they all helped in the end.
Was he even doing anything when he was being held captive? Or was he just...
No, he's weakened because the Tar is not that strong anymore.
Oh, yeah.
He was willing to die and give up his life force so that Dr. Fate could win, but it wasn't exactly enough. Which is why, in another sense, that Dr. Fate even agreed, because he wants a fresh host. He wants somebody who's strong as the Tara is getting weaker. So.
At first I was like, that's nice to be trained by Zatanna, but now it's just like, no.
Yeah, they made her seem...
Like, she wants to bring out another generation and help people and train people.
The whole time it was selfish. It was for selfish reasoning. And you see, she didn't say nothing. He called her out and she just walked away. And then she tried to be like, oh, well, if you don't have to do this, blah, blah, blah.
But you're 18 now, so...
And he's like, go talk to your dad about this.
At least he's responsible and he's kind and
I think he lost a lot of trust and respect for Zatanna.
Definitely. Because the way he looked at her, he was just like...
He was disappointed. Because I was supposed to be his mentor. You're not supposed to have ulterior motives for people. Right. And
your job is supposed to help them succeed and grow and not just use them like a tool.
Right, because that just makes it really... It makes you think like this was your only reason for having
those little dinosaurs that you put in water and you watch them grow?
Yeah.
She basically put a tool in water and watched it grow so she could use it.
Yeah, but this is really bad. Zatanna unintentionally caused all of this. So much destruction. I don't know if she ever figured this out. But the grace of God, Connor, the situation with Connor is the good thing that came out of all of this. And I'm happy in a sense that she got her dad back. But at the cost that she was doing this, I didn't see it coming. That was a twist. Y'all did that, Young Justice writers. But I just don't like that they made Zatanna like that. Because she used to be so sweet and pure. But I understand, but I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah. Because she don't even understand what she did.
What's his name?
Khalid?
Khalid. How is he going to even say that to her? Like,
I'm sure that conversation isn't over.
It's not, no. She has to find out. Just how
other people, you mean?
Huh?
About what? Find out about what?
That she unintentionally called her.
Oh. I feel like that conversation's not over because this was too big of a situation. Too much happened to just let that slide.
This is one of the history books.
I don't know. I mean, I love Zatanna, but I feel like low-key there got to be repercussions for what you did. Like, You did some shady shit, Zatanna. Damn. It hurts me to say that because I love her character, but like, damn, they just made her seem. I don't know, man. Because I get it. Because if that was my shoes, maybe I would do the same thing, but it ain't right. I mean, I get it. She was desperate to see her dad. She didn't want her dad to die in there. It's like it was selfish, but it's also not selfish, but it is selfish.
Because it's for someone else, but then it's for your own purpose.
And she is giving them the choice. And I'm sure, worst case, she would probably alternate weeks with her dad, but that's not the scenario she wanted. She wanted to be able to spend some time with him. So she at least wanted one third person there. Mm-hmm. Which she got in Khalid, but
he about to be a doctor, man.
I think he wants that. He's cool with doing that. And I think that is the best of both worlds for him. He can be the doctor and that, but I just...
You gotta use so much vacation time for that.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. I think the only way that would work is if they truly knew who he was. Like, he didn't keep his secret identity a secret. Like, they would have to know. Mm-hmm. So, but it'd be interesting. Well, I'm interested to see what this show does when it comes back. So many things just happen. The Young Justice is good at throwing them curveballs at you that you didn't see coming.
Make you want to sit back and just reflect. And...
Yeah.
But,
yeah,
I don't
well,
have anything else to say.
Yeah, it was a good one, y'all. I'm excited for it to come back. We got y'all in the spring with more Young Justice Phantoms. Thank y'all for coming on this journey. We're at the halfway point. Of course, we want to hear what you guys thought.
Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Subscribe to Patreon for full reacts.
And we will see you guys for Young Justice next year.
Bye.